Hello, Soccer Chronicles again. Um, it is Thursday evening, and today I guess I'm just going to kind of freestyle today. I don't really have a topic, but I do want to talk to you guys about knowing and understanding what your purpose is. And some of the questions I guess that you ask yourself is, why is it that you're here on this earth, and why were you born, and were we just to come to this place and exist? Was there any higher purpose for us being here? And I don't know, sometimes I think that your greatest struggle and wherever your biggest fight is in life is somewhere where your calling is, or your purpose is going to be found. And I'm in a parking lot, so you guys got to bear with me a little bit. So when I do these videos, I do them because, number one, I find healing in it. And there's nothing more now than this world needs besides healing. And if we look around us and we notice that there's some type of deficit that's in our earth in the current state that it's in right now, and there are a lot of souls that are missing something. There's something missing. And we can go back and forth all day as to what the something is. But what, and we all have free will. But one of the main ingredients to living a fulfilled life is living in a space of love. Well, how do you do that? Because it's easy to say. It's easy to come from a place of trauma, which that's me. I come from a place of trauma. But I refuse to live in a place of bitterness. I refuse to live in a place of hate, because I've been hurt, and I'm not a victim, you know what I mean? And neither are you. We were once, and I'm saying we because, my purpose and my calling is to assist in the healing of a nation. And if it's one person, if it's more than one person, the mission for me is being accomplished. So these videos should be and I hope that they are. I hope that what you've heard put out so far, and when it grows and when it turns into what I believe God is calling it to be, that you find value in my story, that you find healing in my story, that you find that you can move past a life of trauma, a life that's full of trouble, which we all can, even if we don't agree on the faith piece, we all can agree that we've had trauma in our life. Somewhere down the line, we've met with trauma. And if love is our foundation, and we love our neighbors as we do ourselves, and that comes from the Bible, you know, and that was the second greatest commandment that we could hang the rest of the commandments on, was loving God with all of our heart, our soul, and our mind. And then the second was just like it, unto it, that we would love our neighbor. So, and I'm guilty sometimes, sometimes I don't, in the rush of a day, I'm just hustling and bustling and trying to get out. And, have I loved my neighbor? Have I loved the person who's next to me, whoever that is, to where I don't hurt that person? And we don't have to know people to love them. You don't have to know them. And you also don't have to accept abuse to love a person. Because there are probably several people within our families that you love, but each time that you open your heart and that door to them, there's some form of abuse that takes place. And it could be overt, which it's seen, or it could be covert, hidden. And you, sometimes you're going to have to love people from a distance. And taking and removing yourself from a situation is a form of love. It's a love of yourself enough to walk away from any traumatic thing or experience or situation. And I think as we move forward, I'll just challenge you to ask yourself, are you loving yourself first? And are you loving others? So I don't really have too much more to say, except I'm here almost every night at the soccer field. And my heart is not heavy today, but I pray that you find value in Love Lifts. I pray that you find peace and understanding as to the why you're here. What's your purpose in this life? Because we are brought here for a reason. Nothing's ever an accident. And yeah, love lifts.